Hi folks, I'm glad you're here. Thank you very much for joining me. Old Faithful just got done going off. It was a short. Yeah, I have not a lot of water that came up out of the vent today, and the camera's not working, of course. You know, we got all that money to send to Ukraine and nothing for our own country, for our infrastructure. They're currently now looking at Beehive. Look how dirty that is. Dirty, dirty, dirty. It'll probably go off soon when they have this back little spouter. Usually, the Beehive will go off shortly afterwards. But I want to talk about the earthquakes there at Yellowstone. The earthquakes, I believe, there along the Aleutian Islands has really stirred up the caldera here at Yellowstone's super volcano. They are reporting 6 earthquakes today within the last 24 hours. The most recent is a 1.0, 7.4 miles in depth. Then we got another 1.0. All earthquakes are measured from sea level, so it's got a minus sign. So it's 0.8 miles above sea level. We got a 0.9, 2 miles below sea level, 2.6. These would all be in the upper magma chamber. You know, Yellowstone's divided up into several chambers, but this would be at the top of the upper magma chamber. Then we got a 1.1, 3.4 miles in depth, and a 0.9. Let's see. Oh, that's it. Okay. I downloaded 3 different monitors. The one here on the left, borehole 950, is the Madison River area. Then we got Denny Creek. I don't know if you can see all. It's just shaking. And then the far right is West Thumb. That's showing a lot of heat coming up from these earthquakes. Look at that. Yeah, a lot of heat. And we got one up here. Yeah, that's deeper than, let's see. Yeah, look how high that came up. Okay. And there, and let me pull it over so you can see it. And there's actually 2 earthquakes there, it looks like. I'll bring it over. Yeah, a lot of activity. And then I think they did something here. I don't know what. There was this large shaker. Let's go to the seismic signature. Yeah, some quick popping. That was like a bam. Yeah, and yeah, look at the heat that came up. Then afterwards, everything, I think the pressure just kind of got released and it just went quiet, or they changed the machine real quick. I don't know. Let me bring this down. This is what it was showing when I pulled the files. Yeah, very, very easily they could have adjusted the machine. You can see here how thick it was coming in. And then when that popping happened, how it went quiet. I don't think it went quiet. I think someone there is like, oh, crap. I wonder who might notice that and just dialed it down. You'll probably notice it here too at Denny Creek. Now this is about a minute before. This is 10:20. And we had this small, oops, wrong button. Sorry about that. See, that small earthquake came in. And we go back to the spectrogram and I'll pull it over so you can see it. You can see all the little lighter patches of blue all through here. Okay, then at 10:21, it's probably right there. Bam. And see how it just went all light? See that? I think they did it on this machine also, this monitor. So for the borehole there at Madison River, it doesn't look like they did that there. Here you can see all the heat that was coming up. And I'll pull it across. We got quite a bit of popping that's being picked up here. But yeah, it looks like it was probably okay. We'll go to the seismic signatures. We got a lot of popping that's being picked up at the borehole. Let's see if I can find some of these. They're the ones that are marked in red and That's where the computer picks it up and sends a message to the people working there at probably the University of Utah. I don't think Michael Pollan really monitors things. Maybe he checks in with them maybe once a day, and that's it. This, let me close this. This here is that signature I was talking about, where, I'll pull this up. Sorry. Let's see. Okay, there we go. That's where they're adjusting the monitor. It's a definite signature there. But let's go up, take a look at the spectrogram, what's going on at the borehole, and I'll click on some of these little different quakes. I got one over here. I got heat that came up and it shows up. And then this other one that's definitely in red at 6:31 Universal Time. That's not being reported. Yeah, Torlino. Yeah, look at that. See, there it is at West Thumb. And we'll check out the seismic. He didn't want to hit the wrong button. Torlino's, yeah, magma on the move. We had fault movement, popping of the ground, and then it transferred into magma rising up. That lasted a long time. I don't know. I'm not going to try and figure out how big it is. It's a long duration. So it could have been also there along the Aleutian Islands that caused it. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably why it's showing so much activity here. So we'll just take another look here at the camera. Yeah, it's dirty here, and I don't know if you... Let me bring it up a little bit and see if you can see it up over here. I'm having a hard time with my controls. Okay, yeah. Up over here. Dirty, dirty, dirty. You know, I was looking at the thumbnails for all the earthquakes, and it looks like most of the activity is along the outside rim, outside wall, outside edges of the Yellowstone caldera. You notice here in the middle, you know, like Yellowstone Lake, which I don't have, really isn't showing that much there. But the borehole probably does, yeah. And then the West Thumb showing the activity. And let's see, what was it? Trying to remember. There's another borehole. Grant Village. I'll just make a couple of these bigger. Okay, so this is Denny Creek, Mary Lake, Purple Mountain. I mean, look at that. Maple Creek. But farther outside of the wall there, of where the caldera is probably supposed to be here, Hedgen Lake, you can see it's not as much activity. Or the western boundary, but the western boundary is along the Snake River Plateau, so you can see that it's flowing in that direction. Pelican Cove also outside the boundary. Yeah, not much activity. But here at the promontory, which is, you know, that little thumb that comes up there, extends out in Yellowstone Lake. Yeah, we got the activity. And the same with West Thumb. I wanted to show you the tilt meters, but they haven't been working since September. Here you can see Yellowstone Lake not working. Yeah, send all the money to Ukraine and other foreign governments. Yeah, send $1 billion to Africa. Madison River, yep, the borehole 207. No data since September of last year, actually, 2023. They've had over a year and 3 months to get this stuff fixed. Anyways, yeah, if anything happens, I hope everyone realizes you're on your own. I'm so frustrated with this evilness that goes on around the world. Can you tell by the tone of my voice? Yeah, I don't know if it erupted or if it was a short eruption there at Beehive. It's just steaming away. Anyways, that's all I have for you right now. If you have any thoughts or any comments, please put them down below. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I will talk to you later. God bless y'all. Bye.